Chiefs at the Bengals. It's in Cincinnati, so that's a good thing. Andy Reid and the Chiefs have won 10 straight, possibly 11 straight. I can't remember.
I don't know if it's. I think
it's double digits.
The last loss, I think, might have been the Bills, or it might have been the Chargers.
I think so. Honestly, I don't even know.
They were what were they, 0-3 or 1-3?
Yeah, I think they were 1-4, and right now they're 13-4.
Yeah. So
it's been a while. They have been winning for quite a while, and I have PTSD anyways with this matchup because a couple years ago when I was in college, I was sitting there on Sunday night and I was like, oh, the Bengals got to flex the Sunday Night Football. I never get to watch the Bengals, so I'll just throw that on. Oh shit, they're playing the Chiefs. Oh no.
That's a Thursday night game?
There is no Thursday night game this week. We have no Thursday Night Football this week.
Damn, what am I gonna do on Thursday?
There's bowl games.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot of bowl games on Thursday, and then college football semifinals are on Friday. But yeah, the Chiefs Bengals. Here's the thing. I'm picking smart. The Chiefs are gonna win. I am rooting for the Bengals to win for this reason. I said that there's a path for the Bengals to get to the number 1 seed in the AFC, and it is there. They're gonna need some help.
You just need to win.
We need to take care of our business and win out the rest of the games. If we don't win out the rest of our games, none of this matters. We need to win out, and we need the Chiefs to. Obviously, they would lose if we win this weekend. We need the Broncos to beat the Chiefs in the last week of the season. I'm hoping. Hey, I'm hoping. I will put all my faith. I'll go light a candle. I'll go find a Catholic church and light a candle for the Broncos to beat the Chiefs.
I want us to lose, Jimmy.
I don't. I want them to win that week, just for the sole fact that they would knock the Chiefs out of the number 1 seed. I also need the Titans to lose either this weekend to the Dolphins or next weekend to the Texans, and I think this weekend to the Dolphins might be a little bit more respectable, or maybe it's the other week around. But that's the path that the Bengals have to the number 1 seed. So I'm hoping that they win, but I don't expect them to beat the Chiefs. We're not there yet. We're good, but we're not there yet.
I'm going Chiefs too because I'm a winner and I'm winning most of these.
You've won the regular season.
Yeah, I've won the regular season, and at this point, it really doesn't. I was gonna say I don't know what the combination for the Broncos to make the playoffs is. I know we have to win the last 2 weeks, obviously, and we need 500 other things to happen. But I don't think this game matters, and I think the Chiefs right now are the best team in football again.
Their defense is now number 1 in the NFL in that last winning streak that they've been on also. So that's we're both on the Chiefs, but I'm hoping that the Bengals do take care of business. Next game, Falcons at the Bills. The Falcons are better than they were last year. But I will say this. The Falcons' 7 wins were all against teams that were under 500. When they play teams that are at 500 or better, they've given up 58 points and scored 16. It is not pretty. And the Bills just took the reins back in the AFC East. They had a little bit of a scare there, but the Bills are back. Nobody circles wagons like the Buffalo Bills. I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah, it's Buffalo too. Buffalo's getting back to where they were at the beginning of the year. They occasionally running the ball. I know, wow, that's good for your team, and it takes pressure off Josh Allen. But Singletary is playing a lot better for them, and their defense has looked a lot better. Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. It's honestly a damn shame that those guys are in the Pro Bowl. I know we didn't really talk about that, but Pro Bowl voting is.
The Pro Bowl doesn't matter, so I'll wait until the All-Pro list come out. But I think Jamar Chase is the only one that made the Pro Bowl. T. Higgins should have made the Pro Bowl. I think Jesse Bates. Justin Simmons make it?
Oh, he leads the league. It leads safeties and interceptions.
It should be Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates as the.
I don't understand why. I think it's Derwin James. I don't understand why Derwin James is there in there at all.
Big name probably. Giants at the Bears. Big Dick Nick made a comeback appearance last weekend, and Nick Foles led the Bears to a victory. Screwed me in my pickup.
Killed me in my betting.
Yeah, I did not expect that to happen.
I was like, there's no way they score over 35 points. There's snow on the ground. Oh, they decided, let's air the fuck out of the ball.
Jimmy Graham was also like, hey guys, I still play in the NFL. God. I'll score the possible, it was going to be the game-tying touchdown, but it ended up being the go-ahead touchdown. And also, you have 2 NFL defensive backs that could have just carried the receiver out of the back of the end zone. Why are you putting him down? You run him into the wall. You spear him into the barricade, WWE style, and you make sure that he doesn't get a foot down.
That game was just stupid.
Seahawks, you guys deserve to lose that game, honestly. And Ryan Pace, I think, is probably done in Chicago. I think Matt Nagy's probably done in
I'm
Chicago.
almost positive Nagy's done. Ryan Pace may have kept his job for another year because he dropped the Fields.
I think that they probably both have to be out of there. But Nick Foles, if you count Nick Foles out, he'll play well for you. That
and it's hurting
said,
them because they really need another good draft pick. And right now they're going to win some stupid games. I mean nothing.
And I think this game is another one because the Giants are going to have Jake Fromm or Mike Glennon play quarterback.
Giants. Oh god, that poor
New
team.
York sports fucking suck right now.
Oh, it's
terrible all the way, except for the new NYCFC. They're killing it in MLS soccer. They just won the MLS championship.
It's news to me. I don't even know. How did you find that out?
I listen to Pardon My Take.
Okay. I was like, what? I was like, there's no shot you watched a lick of that.
No.
Or I didn't even know who was. I knew the Raptors were in the playoffs, but they lost. I knew that. But
I can't tell you who they beat, but I know that NYCFC won it.
Yeah.
You got the Bears, you got the Giants.
Bears. The Giants don't play anybody, and that may be the least talented football team in the NFL, including a few others. Based upon talent they're throwing out there right now because of injuries, because of COVID and everything. Right now, one of the most least talented football teams on the field.
Hey, Joe Judge and Daniel Jones are coming back next year, so we got to try it all over again with the same parts, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. I think that Dave Gettleman could be listed as insane. I think that's a possibility. But no, the Bears are going to win that game, I think, pretty easily. Next up, Dolphins at Titans. We're watching the Dolphins on Monday Night Football win and dash my hopes at winning my mom's office pool, unfortunately. But they are going to be going up against the boys. I need them to lose one of the next two games, speaking of the Titans. I love Taylor Lewan. I love listening to Bussin' with the Boys. Shout out Will Compton. He's had a rough week. His mom passed last weekend. So I know that I'd never met the guy before, but I did feel bad for him. I'm picking the Dolphins. Like I said, I need them to beat the Titans, and I don't think that the Texans are going to beat the Titans next week. I think Vrabel will have them ready to go next week. The Dolphins are red hot. Here's the one chance for Miami to come at me and say, "Oh, you hate us until you're going to do something good for my team if you win." So please win this game.
I'm going Tennessee because I like Tennessee better, and the Dolphins are fraudulent. Let's say that they have they have a very good winning streak, very solid winning streak.
You don't think the Titans are fraudulent?
The Titans with AJ Brown are a different football team. The Titans without Julio Jones, without Derrick Henry, and without AJ Brown are a mediocre football team. They survived, and now they got their dogs back. That team is very dangerous.
Tannehill's going to throw 3 interceptions this weekend.
Doesn't matter as long as AJ Brown gets in space, he'll make plays. The thing is, Ryan Tannehill is forced to do things like that because he doesn't have the weapons. Because AJ Brown isn't out there. What happened on Thursday? They played Thursday. Yeah. What happened on Thursday Night Football?
They played a bad 49er team.
Stop with the bad 49ers team. They played a terrible quarterback, but the 49ers are basically in the same spot the Broncos are, except they have good coaching. They have a terrible quarterback and a great team around them. Because you can't tell me their running game isn't something, their defense isn't something. But the Titans, look, AJ Brown, they just gave it to AJ Brown and got him in space. They get Julio Jones back as well, and that team is a reason why they're still in contention. I know you're just trying to make excuses so your team can be the number 1 seed, but you're just getting greedy now. So I'm going with the Titans here.
I'm not getting greedy, but damn it, I deserve nice things too. I've suffered enough.
You should just be hoping for a win in the playoffs.
I am just hoping for a win in the playoffs.
You're setting your bar too high.
No, I'm not. I'm not expecting them to get the number 1 seed. I'm just saying there's a possibility, and I might as well root for it because I'm going to have fun. That's all. Next game up, Raiders Colts. I'm going Indy. Raiders got a win over the Broncos, but it was like the Broncos were trying to have them win that game.
The Raiders were given a win last week.
Yeah.
The Colts are playing different football. Talking about no run defense, Broncos have no run defense. Colts have a run defense and a really good running game. That's something that maybe the Raiders do have because they only held Melvin and Javonte to 18 rushing yards. Who knows? But
no,
here or there.
Jonathan Taylor's a different animal. I love Javonte and I love Melvin. Yes,
built different.
That is a special.
And honestly, I want to quickly say this because people were high on Jonathan Taylor coming out of college. I was really I was high on him. I'll be honest because coming out of Wisconsin, he was the all-time leading rusher in college football, wasn't he?
He was the all-time. He ended up breaking Melvin and Monty Ball's records in Wisconsin.
He played 5 years and was a solid running back in Wisconsin for all those years.
But the thing about the reason why nobody was high on him is because the guys that came out before him, Melvin Gordon and Monty Ball, they were both also studs at Wisconsin. And when they got into the league,
Melvin Gordon had some good years in the Chargers, but Monty
he
Ball
was never
he
was never solidified as good as he could be coming out of college. And Monty Ball had other issues off the field, and good on him for getting the help that he needed. But I think that was part of the reason. And Wisconsin, at some point, you also think that Wisconsin's scheme just produces really good running backs. You're like, oh, he can't be special. No, Jonathan Taylor was special. Jonathan Taylor was, and if he was on a better team, he probably wins the Heisman. But he wasn't on the better team.
Now the argument is to be had, does he deserve the MVP? And the way I see it, Colts win their division, Titans lose out, Colts win the division, I think he deserves it. If they're a wild card team, then it still goes Aaron Rodgers because he's doing what he does with the best team in the NFC. So it's a different story. I wish, I love Aaron Rodgers, don't get me wrong, shout out Lord and Savior Aaron Rodgers and Hasbulla, but I would love them to split the awards to give Jonathan Taylor MVP and Cooper Kupp Offensive Player of the Year because both those dudes deserve it.
Yeah, there's a lot of,
both those dudes deserve hard work.
To beat a quarterback out in either of those categories, you have to be doing something special, and that's what those guys are doing. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. Really, the Raiders could show up or they could not show up this weekend. They're irrelevant. Everybody's eyes are focused on the Colts. They're at home. Jim Irsay's having a lot of fun watching the team win.
Having a good old time, yeah.
He's having a blast.
Playing a guitar with his band, having a good old jolly old time.
Whatever floats his boat, I guess. But we're both on the Colts in that one. Jaguars going up to New England. Patriots coming off that tough loss against Buffalo. Now, I think that we have to. We may have inflated how good the Patriots were with Mac Jones. It was fun to think about for a while. This is not going to be the first rookie quarterback to lead a team to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Mac Jones is on a good team.
Yes. And
he's still a rookie quarterback.
This is the
he's
reason
not
why,
Tom Brady.
This is the reason why I think the Broncos passed on him. This is the reason why a lot of the teams passed on him. Is there that much more room for improvement for Mac Jones? Is this possibly his ceiling, where he's going to be 9-6 every year and get you around a playoff spot, but can he be the guy that takes you and wins you the division? I don't know. There's a lot of teams that thought probably not.
I'll tell you one thing. Patriots fans are just happy that this team's good and that Mac Jones is far upgraded to Cam Newton.
I think they also came back down to earth. I feel like I'm not saying anything that a Patriots fan wouldn't agree with right now. It's like, yeah, we maybe blew it out a little bit of proportion, but we're at least still solid and we can still win a playoff game. They can still play spoiler.
Yeah, you'll get in the playoffs. Just now you got to play spoiler.
And they don't care how they win because we saw that game in Buffalo.
In Buffalo with 0 degree weather with only 3 passes thrown by
Bill Belichick gives a fuck if you're entertained.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick wants to win. That's all.
He doesn't have any New Year's resolutions. Maybe next week though.
The balls on that reporter.
Oh my God.
Like
the one,
as I was listening to it,
coach after a loss.
As I was listening to it, I was like, she's not going to.
She did it. Oh my
I'm
God.
just not related to football, and I was like, you should have just stopped there.
Just stop. Just don't even ask it.
He doesn't care. He
just
doesn't
wait till like Wednesday. Or wait till after they win.
Just, do you have any New Year's resolutions? No.
Ask me that question next week. Please.
No, not really.
At least he was polite about it. He was like
he could have
been a lot worse.
But no, I mean just like shout out that chick, that reporter. You have bigger stones than I do.
Balls do
you picking the Jaguars
no
or
shot.
Okay.
I thought they were going to get one last week or 2 weeks ago because Urban Meyer and
Urban kicked the kicker.
Yeah, kicking the kicker. But man. Talk about the biggest
maybe Urban was right.
Talent.
They have a whole bunch of losers on their coaching.
They have a bunch of losers outside of one person, and that's Trevor Lawrence. Who
looks like a loser right now.
Who before he walked in the building, same as Urban Meyer, has been a winner everywhere he's been.
So I said it on our Bull Pickem show last week, but the quote that Urban Meyer had walking out of him addressing his staff was just all-time bad guy quote. Just, I had a better staff at Bowling Green. You guys fucking suck. Oh yeah, you hired us.
Yeah, this is on you, buddy. God,
you have a role in this.
I'll tell you one thing though. Shout out Jacksonville. You're gonna get the number one draft pick again.
Back-to-back number one overall picks. Hey, and I'll take it because that means that the Bengals aren't the last team to do that. So I'll take it. Here we go. Next game up, we have the Buccaneers going to.
I'm not even gonna waste my breath. Just next game.
Buccaneers?
Yeah.
Okay. Buccaneers.
No, let's not waste our
They're
breath
going to
here.
beat the Jets in the Meadowlands.
Let's not beat a dead horse here. This may be a 30-point game.
Dom, you might be winning in the college pick'em or second in the college pick'em. Niko's throwing some hay. He's just tossing the mitts and throwing the haymakers off the hops there, good buddy. Okay. Next one up here. Eagles going to Washington football team. I don't think we have to waste our time with this one either. I think the Eagles are going to... Oh, don't...
I did it. I'm wasting my breath on this one. I don't believe in the Eagles. I don't. I love that they gave Lane Johnson a touchdown, and Jalen Hurts is the dude, but maybe isn't the dude. But Washington always, for some reason, like has a number on Eagles. It's always the end of the year. It always happens. Watch.
Taylor Heineke's still concussed from last night.
I know. I don't even. Who was the starter to end the game? I don't even remember.
Nick Mullins is their other quarterback. Niko?
Damn. Screw it. Give me Nick Mullins.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. I'm giving you a free game.
It doesn't matter because you did, like we said, you won the regular season. We're not going to be keeping records. Niko gets the regular season championship. We'll come up with something for the playoffs. But, yeah, I really think that one was easy to pick for the Eagles because they're trending. The teams are trending in opposite directions.
Do you think they can sneak in the wild card?
Yes. I have way more faith. Because here's the thing, both these teams are still alive in the wild card picture for the NFC. I have way more faith in the Eagles getting that wild card spot over Washington.
That NFC is so damn top heavy. Holy shit!
Yes,
oh my god,
it really is. And yeah, I think I trust the Eagles. Here's the thing, Nick
I
Sirianni.
don't even know who else is in that wild card spot right now.
The Vikings are still close.
Vikings are there.
Apparently, Siri is also in the NFC wild card picture.
I think the Saints may be around there too.
Yeah, the Saints are, but maybe not after tonight.
Right, yeah.
The Falcons were before they lost.
Yeah, we were talking about a bunch of trash teams.
Yeah, really.
The AFC has got a bunch of dogs.
The thing, when you have 7 teams that go to the playoffs, there's a lot of shitty teams that make it.
Look at what the AFC's doing. There's like 6 teams that are all playing good football.
There's not really a best. There is, but there wasn't for a long time in the AFC a best team in the AFC. Yeah, it's
now it's the Chiefs, but still.
And here's the other thing: the best teams in the NFC are probably better than the best teams in the AFC. That's where the dilemma kind of sits.
Yeah, that's where you get to the argument: are the Bills real, or the Colts real, or the Bengals real? Because one team's real.
There's one team, and maybe
the Titans real. Like, what's going on?
No,
I know the Bucks are real. I know the Packers are real. I don't know if the Cowboys are real, but they're looking like they're real.
The Rams might be.
Rams might be real. Cardinals are definitely not real.
Here's the thing about the Rams: they have Cooper Kupp, and that Kupp makes up for a lot.
And
OBJ,
and they're getting Cam Akers back this week. Good for my fantasy team. Picked him up. Smart, big one move. The big question is, do I start Cam Akers in the fantasy football championship after not playing all year? That's the question I'm having yet.
How much do you trust Florida State? I don't know.
It's a great segue into our next game, the Rams and Ravens.
Yep, Rams Ravens. I'm thinking the Ravens. Or not the Ravens.
What are you doing, Jimbo? That definitely hurts your.
Fuck the Ratbirds. I apologize. I did not mean to do that. Bengals Nation. This one is the Rams. I think that the Rams they're probably going to be seeing, I would say, Tyler Huntley or Josh Johnson, most likely.
Because it's Tyler Huntley, the Ravens have a chance.
That's true. I think that Tyler Huntley...
It's a little chance. It's not like it's a good chance.
It's not great. And the Rams, OBJ is starting to get involved. He's scoring touchdowns at least. And the Rams are scoring in innovative ways. Because Matthew Stafford sucked. The way Matthew Stafford played yesterday, they should have lost that game to the Vikings.
4 interceptions. Yeah. Motherfucker, I read the stat line because I was playing poker. I was watching the games. And then the guy I was playing fantasy football playoffs texted me. He was like, how the fuck? Matt Stafford has negative points for me. And then I was like, holy shit, he does. He has 4 interceptions. Then look at the score. They're winning? What? What?
Punt return touchdown. What? And I can't even know. I don't even remember. OBJ scored a touchdown, and I think that might have been it.
I think they might have had a defensive.
Good for you having Aaron Donald, because if you did not have Aaron Donald
and Von Miller, shout out Von, and Jalen Ramsey,
and yes, Jalen Ramsey. Justin Jefferson ended up having 150 yards, but
he did.
But that was all 85% of that was when Jalen Ramsey was not covering him.
Exactly. They moved him to the other side of the field because they felt bad.
Unless your name is Devontae Adams, Jalen Ramsey can cover you. Because we saw how that worked out last year in the playoffs. That was hilarious. Who you got? Rams, Ravens?
I'm Rams, too.
Yeah. Shout out Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson might be. I think we talk about Fitzpatrick being the ultimate journeyman quarterback. Josh Johnson's the ultimate journeyman quarterback.
Dude,
He's played in the NFL. He played in the NFL, the USFL, the XFL, the AAF.
CFL, right, too?
I think the CFL. He might have played in the Arena League.
I
think he's played in the Spring League also.
Wow.
He's 33. He is 33 years old.
Wow.
He graduated in 2008.
I always get him mixed up with Josh Freeman.
Yeah.
Because didn't he play at Tampa Bay? Or was it on Josh something?
Josh Johnson, I think, he's had to play in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I think he's been on just about every NFL roster and been cut from every NFL practice squad. I remember him when the XFL came back before the COVID and pandemic shut him down again. I was a big LA Wildcats fan. Not a big long time, first time. That's not possible.
That's not possible. I've been a Golden Knights fan since birth.
It doesn't make sense. But yeah, no, he was the quarterback for the LA Wildcats. It makes why I was watching the XFL like I was. I can't tell you.
It's because of WWE being integrated into it. I'm hoping the league comes back with The Rock. So I guess we'll see.
And shout out The Rock. He has a movie coming out, The Super Pets. He's the voice of Crypto. Obviously I'm wearing, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm wearing my new Superman chain that I got for Christmas. So I'm super excited about that. We're way off topic here. We both picked the Rams. Broncos, Chargers. Here's the thing. I'm picking Broncos.
Because you need it.
You
want this team to get on a hot streak so that they play for something.
Here's the thing. The Broncos can't win 2 games in a row. So really, if it was for my team,
really needed to lose.
I would want them to lose this week and then make up for it next week. Here's the thing. The Chargers, if they don't have their best players due to COVID, like Eckler and Keenan Allen and all those guys, they're not a good team.
They suck.
Yeah.
They suck.
Bosa not on that defensive line. The Chargers are not good.
But for the sole reason that I want us to lose. I don't want to. First of all, we need to have a worse record than the Steelers. That's what we need.
Good thing for you, they have that half-game lead because of the tie.
Because of the tie. I know that's huge for us. Shout out the Steelers for tying.
And you guys went 0-4 against the AFC North.
Exactly. So we need that. We need to have a worse record than Steelers because the Steelers are gonna. They are 100% drafting a quarterback. I don't think there's a question anymore. You get ahead of you, or I guess below them, not ahead of them. You get below them, so that way you get the quarterback of your choice. If our Lord and Savior doesn't come home,
shaving points off a football game.
But I'm picking the Broncos.
Un-American.
Except I'm picking the Broncos because I never picked the Chargers, and the Chargers suck.
Okay.
And it's another home game. Great to have another 2 home games at the end of the year. It was almost.
It's your one game that you get to play at SoFi because you ain't making it to the Super Bowl. So.
Yeah, it was basically 3 home games in a row because Broncos filled out that Raiders Stadium. As much as our team sucks, at least there's a lot of orange in the stands.
Do we want to bring up the fact that there was a ton of Bengals fans at the home game that the Broncos had?
Jimmy, you sat on the away stands. How many times do you want me to tell you that? I know you don't think about that, but I've sat in those seats since I was a kid. Every single game, there's always a dumb fan. There's Lions fans sitting around me, Jimmy, when the Lions came into town. Lions fans, you can't find them.
Here's the other thing. I found like 4 or 5 when I was going to the bathroom. I was talking to a whole bunch of Bengals fans. There was one guy, he's been traveling with the team since 2007. Has not missed a Bengals game since 2007.
Poor guy.
Yeah, unfortunate for
Finally,
you.
they're good at least.
That was the other thing too. I was sitting in talking to those guys. I talked to a couple Broncos fans. They go, "You guys gonna win out, and make the playoffs?" I was like, "Fuck no, of course not. We'll beat the Ravens. We'll probably beat the Browns."
And now Jimmy wants them to have them 1 season.
I'm just saying it could happen. Do I think it's gonna happen? No, hell no. I don't.
Like I said, like I told you before we recorded, you just need to avoid the Colts. You need to avoid maybe the Bills.
If we win, because it's not 100% that we win the division right now, some weird mathematically, but if we win the division, I will take that. Because like I said, I was expecting 7 wins on the season. We're at 8 right now. I'm good.
That's good.
It's all gravy from here. Texans at 49ers. 49ers obviously disappointing loss. Loss that pretty much ruins their playoff chances.
Perfect, yeah, it's just what I needed.
Good for you.
Great for
They're
me.
not gonna fire Shanahan, obviously.
Never know.
No, because him and John Lynch are tied, and I don't think that they're gonna fire John Lynch because they love what he's doing in the drafts. So
should be our fucking GM.
Yeah, that should be your GM and head coach. I know.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
But you wanted Vance Joseph instead.
I'm aware of that, Jimmy. You don't have to keep reminding me.
John Elway wanted Vance Joseph. John Elway saved and killed this franchise.
Look, he's brought this organization 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So I don't care what he does outside.
4 straight losing seasons.
I don't care. 3 Super Bowls.
Okay.
Still triple the amount that
Are you Mills Mafia this week, or are you going 49ers?
No, I'm going 49ers. It will be a Trey Lance game, though. Jimmy Garoppolo is on the COVID list, so we'll see.
He also has the UCL injury in his thumb.
Oh.
So
maybe that's the reason why. I thought it was COVID.
I did see that he had
It's either one or the other half the time.
I think both might be true in this case. I just saw that he had the MRI come back. He did tear his UCL.
Jimmy G may have played his last game as a 49er.
I think everybody in San Francisco is
fine
hoping.
It's fine.
That's totally good.
Let's just get Trey Lance.
Go date more porn stars in Silicon Valley. We don't need you to play quarterback right now for us.
I'm going to go San Francisco because I don't believe it.
I think so as well. Here's the funny thing about Davis Mills. If he would have stayed for his senior year at Stanford, because this would have been his last year,
the best quarterback.
And he'd probably be getting drafted to Houston. So you're just a year early on your
Houston
development.
doesn't have their first round pick this year. I swear, I don't think they do.
That's probably true. You'd be getting drafted with Houston's pick.
Yeah. So
that's what I mean by that. I think he's playing. Honestly, he's outplaying his expectations.
Yeah,
he's probably
I think Texans fans are like, "Holy shit, he's doing good."
He's probably going to be the Texans quarterback for at least 2 more years.
Our expectations were low as fuck, but holy shit. That's the best way to put it.
If big brain moves, they're going to let Davis Mills play for 2 more seasons, have a top 10 pick when Arch Manning is in the draft.
Broncos are going to get Aaron Rodgers. He's going to retire. We're going to suck. We're going to tank for 1 year, and then Archie Manning's going to be a Bronco, but with his uncle as the GM.
The other teams need quarterbacks too, Niko. You can't have all of them.
I want all the Mannings.
At one point,
I want all the Mannings.
At one point, you're going to say that Joe Burrow is going to play for the Broncos.
If there's a young quarterback that I can see that leaves his team in like 6, 7 years, 8 years, it's Trevor Lawrence.
Could be.
Because the Jaguars are going to fuck him over.
Could be.
And I would love Trevor Lawrence.
Next game up, a game that's pretty much a loser leaves town. Tell me who you are. Cardinals versus the Cowboys in Dallas, so it's in Jerry World. I went with the Cowboys because I do think that the Cardinals are falling apart, and when you don't have a coach that can coach you for 17 weeks now, it's difficult to win games against really good teams. Cowboys look like a really good team, so prove to me that you are and win this game. I think the Cowboys should win this one pretty easily.
I'm going Cowboys too because Cardinals are frauds. Cowboys don't look like frauds. Maybe they are frauds this week. Who knows? But I think the Cardinals they'll be in the playoffs. But it's a damn shame how much talent they have and the little they're using it.
I feel bad for Cardinals fans too. I have a buddy who's a Cardinals fan. He told me this from the very beginning of the season. They're going to be great through October, and then once mid-October comes around, they're going to start showing who they really are, and that's what happened.
This is the Steelers of last year.
Yeah.
Off to an incredible start.
I think that the Steelers of last year probably beat the Cardinals this year. Where we're at right now. I think that because remember the Steelers did win the division last year. And lose in the opening round. Yeah. Ian Book is just getting tossed around.
Yeah, that poor guy.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the Saints.
It's unfortunate for him right now. He should not be playing quarterback in the NFL. He's 5'11", and he's not Kyler. He's 5'11", and he ain't Kyler Murray.
Short kings. But speaking of the Saints, are you picking Ian Book?
I am.
You're picking Ian Book
over Sam Darnold. Hell yeah.
Or Cam Newton or PJ Walker.
Yep.
It doesn't
Matt
matter.
Rule coaching? Did you see Matt Rule's quote after the game? I tell my guys, I think we're going in the right direction. I tell my guys all the time that it took Jay-Z 7 years to become an overnight sensation.
Oh no.
Matt Rule's Jay-Z. I don't know if you knew that. Matt Rule is Jay-Z. I think Matt Rule, honestly, he's playing out this season like I would play out like when I was 11 and I was losing to my brother in Madden. I'm rage quitting. He's rage quitting at this point.
I feel bad for him. It sucks to be a Broncos fan, but
it sucked to be a Bengals fan.
But like
it has sucked in the past.
We went 3-0 and like fell off, but we didn't lose 10 straight. The Panthers are 3-0 and have lost 10 or actually maybe more, 12 or I don't know the numbers. It's double-digit straight losses.
Yeah.
I know they've lost X amount of games in that many weeks. Like their last win was week 3. Like, and I remember specifically talking about, hey, this Panthers defense is legit. They went out, traded for Stephon Gilmore. They were like, we got some studs. Nope. What happened was Chris McCaffrey was healthy, and then he gets injured again, and then everything just, your team still sucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to New Orleans.
They are on a 5-game losing streak currently. They were 3-0. They're 5-10 right now. So they've won 2 of their last 7 games.
Still, that's tough.
It's awful. It ain't good. And remember because they won the I'm Back game.
Oh, that's right.
The week that they re-signed Newton, they won. But no, I'm going.
That
I think Sean
win.
Payton and Ian Book will beat Matt Rule and.
I'm hoping to Taysom Hill because my 2 QB league, I really don't want to start Drew. I really need to start Taysom, and Taysom, I think could have a day.
Yeah,
and that'd be huge. Huge for the fantasy football gods. Fantasy football gods, please look upon me. Heal Taysom Hill for next week so that he can go out and work the Panthers. And because you got to work for the playoffs.
There you go.
I need it.
Are you picking the Saints?
Yeah, I'm picking the Saints because I need Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
I need Taysom Hill.
Lions at Seahawks. Now, I talked about the Seahawks. You guys should have won that game. Carry the motherfucker to the stands, put him in the stands, and one counted as a 2-point conversion. You win that game. Mr. Unlimited might be a little bit more limited than we thought after that injury. And for that reason, I'm picking the Lions because even though they lost yesterday, they were in a damn good position to beat the Falcons. And yeah, it's the Falcons, but this team's been playing really well
the
last few weeks.
The Lions are going to work themselves out of a top 5 draft pick.
Possibly.
There's a chance they can do that.
Possibly.
When they were
maybe they get Kenny. Maybe they're the ones that end up. I think Kenny Pickett.
I don't think they draft a quarterback. They may still be in that range for Aiden Hutchinson. I think that's what they want.
That would be very good pass rushing because they recently drafted another pass rusher. Like they have like 1 or 2 good guys sprinkled around everywhere. Penei Sewell's worked out for them. Good on him. Like I never wanted him to not do well. I just couldn't decide if I wanted him or Jamar Chase for the Bengals. And I think I know that we gave Matt Campbell a good dose of shit. I've done a 180 on Nick Sirianni. We can kind of do a 180 on Matt Campbell. Dan Campbell. Yeah. Matt Campbell also at Iowa State, but Dan Campbell has turned himself into a somewhat competent head coach.
It's coaches like Dan Campbell. Obviously, he's eccentric. He has some wild techniques. The players love playing for him. Mm-hmm. That's what I'll keep bringing this up. Like your kicker doesn't go run at your coach and start barking at him. There's respect, and the coach has the respect of the players, and the coach, and every single win they've had, the team rallies around him. Mm-hmm. Like they're happy to get him a win. They want to win for him. Broncos don't want to win for Vic Fangio.
No.
But that here nor there, I'm gonna go Seahawks because I don't know. Because I want the Lions to have a better draft pick so they can get Aiden Hutchinson there.
I don't think that. Talking about a team that doesn't want to play for their coach, I really don't think that Seattle wants to play for Pete Carroll anymore. He's been there long enough. Yeah, I think his message is kind of falling on deaf.
I'll tell you, I don't think Russell Wilson wants to play for Seattle anymore.
No, I don't.
I think he's
I don't think that he hasn't wanted to. Ciara told him that they needed to move, and he hasn't wanted to play for Seattle since.
He really fumbled the bag. He could have went to the Rams and played in L.A. last offseason, but nope.
Russell Wilson always gives you something to talk about. I remember I was doing radio at Western when he signed that extension in the video, the cringiest video of all time with him and Ciara in the bed. And I was like, we have to talk about this, but honestly, I don't know how to talk about this on radio with FCC and everything like that because it looked like they were just celebrating signing the contract. And they were just, it was awkward. That's all I'm going to say. It was awkward. I'm going with the Lions. I think that they're going to beat Seattle.
I don't know why I'm going Seahawks.
Vikings, Packers. Packers did clinch the NFC North for however many times that is in a row. If they win this weekend, it's another step towards the
I think they
seed.
win this week. I think they secure the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I'm not. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's like a 95% chance.
Yeah, if they win this week, then 4 other teams would have to lose for them to lose the 1 seed.
1 seed, yeah.
With the Rodgers jersey on Hezbollah,
yeah,
is that your pick?
Yeah, because I'm going with future Denver Bronco Aaron Rodgers.
T-minus 2 weeks till the end of the NFL season in 2021, and it's been wild so far. Be sure the best place to put your action is with MyBookie.ag, our great sponsor here at the Far End of the Bench podcast. And when you use our promo code BENCH, BENCH, you'll automatically double your first deposit so you can start winning and start earning some more extra cash on the way to getting in on the winnings for the playoff season in the NFL.
It's ball season. There's so many great games. There's a national championship coming up. Bama, Cincinnati. The line's at -13.5. That could waver. Are you confident in Cincinnati? Maybe. Now, are you confident in Bama being the juggernaut they are? Maybe so. But either way, you're going to want to take, in my opinion, the Alabama money line. Take that money line because that's an automatic cash bonus. May not be big, but you're going to want to take that with mybookie.ag using promo code BENCH.
For the best odds boosts, the best way to bet cryptocurrency, all your different kinds of ways to get in on the winnings, bet with mybookie.ag. Sign up today. Use promo code BENCH, BENCH, and you'll automatically double that first deposit. Get in on the winning today. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Easy enough.
Because the Vikings still lost.
Does the toe worry you at all? Because he did get stepped on a lot last week.
He plays better with the toe. Yeah. The COVID toe has made him play better, Jimmy. It's his origin story. You know how the Batman had his parents die and he became the legend. Aaron Rodgers has COVID toe and he's going to be the greatest quarterback of all time in the Denver Broncos.
No, the thing is, if Aaron Rodgers had a superpower, it would be pettiness because we didn't get to talk about. Yep, Hezbollah down. Hezbollah down.
We're good. We're good. It's back.
We didn't get to talk about this on the podcast last week, but him on the Pat McAfee show.
I watched it every single week. I watched every single week.
But the last time that he was on, they asked him point blank, "Do you love playing for the Packers?"
Love playing football.
Love playing football.
Yeah, you do. Love playing football.
Petty to the point of no return.
You love playing football in the Mile High City.
We're both on the Packers. And then Monday Night Football to round things out. AFC North, what people thought was going to be AFC North kind of championship eliminator, not anymore. It's the Browns deciding if they want to keep Baker Mayfield, who's injured beyond belief, and the fat old Ben Roethlisberger leading a misguided Steelers team under Mike Tomlin. I'm going Cleveland because fuck the Steelers.
I'm going Steelers because I need the Steelers to win some games so that we can get a higher draft pick. Gotta remember, I gotta have some backup plans, Jimmy. I want our Lord and Savior. But at the same time, I need to have some backup plans, like the Matt Corrals, Kenny Pickens. I want us to have a choice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But I just think that the Browns still want to prove that they're better than the Steelers. And what else do they have left to play for?
Maybe it's Steelers revenge game.
What else do they have left to play for? I really don't know. That's going to be the end of this week's Pickem. Obviously, like we said, we're not keeping track anymore. Niko won the regular season, but we'll still do the picks each week. We'll have something for the playoffs. There's 3 rounds of playoff games once again, so we'll have plenty of time to do all of that good stuff. And now we'll get into what's brewing.